This is our last episode before the election is announced. So the next episode you hear, we'll have a mysterious new president. Okay. So this is our last episode. We're recording this 10/23/2024. But like
Adam's ready.
Yeah, I know. So this right now, like Trump is like
here we go.
He has all his rallies and shit, but you know what we don't have anymore? We don't have the fighting. All the Proud Boy shit, all the fighting, all the Antifa thing, that whole thing is like gone.
Yeah, that's such a good point. What do you think it means?
Well, what I think it's one, I think a lot of them got arrested and a lot of them are just like, fuck that. I think a lot of it is COVID, lockdowns being over. I think.
Well, see, they're not fighting anymore, but I hear you want to keep fighting. I hear you want to fight.
Yeah, dude. Well,
I hear you
got
grumpy.
I'm a grumpy guy tonight because, you know, I want to have one last rumble. That's what we should do for this country.
Is that so much to ask? Ooh, a Royal Rumble. That'd be awesome.
Wasn't January 6th kind of like a siege?
That's true. Ooh,
siege
yeah.
of DC.
The thing I like about Siege is that
thank you.
It's like right now because of Israel, everything you watch, you think of Israel.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking for sure.
And it's like, it's so cool to watch the Israelis battle the Palestinians in this movie, fight back and control their homeland because, you know, they're just taking care of blind people and cooking hamburgers on their own little grill.
Yeah, they're not hurting nobody.
Was that a charcoal grill inside the apartment? Because that's very bad for you. They had like wood piled up in the corner, which I didn't. What the fuck is that all about? Are they burning?
You know who committed suicide doing that?
The lead singer of people.
The lead singer of Boston. in a dingy little shitty apartment, he lit a charcoal grill and just suffocated and died, or carbon monoxide poisoning,
on purpose, or he was just trying to have like a good like grill up some hot dogs and he took a little nap.
I think he had more than a feeling, and it was depression.
Boom. Yeah, a lot of
means.
third world countries, poor people die from that because they try to like heat their house with the coal and it fucking kills them. What I have heard.
It's really easy to kill yourself accidentally.
It's true, especially in today's world.
Imagine if
regulations of things because of that.
Hold on. Imagine if we just sort of burned coal and killed the entire planet.
Yeah, it's almost like we're doing that on a
planet. You open the window. These people are idiots. Open the window. Everything will be okay.
And come on.
We got to punch a hole in the atmosphere. Make a little window. Send it out into space.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
that's not a bad solution. I haven't heard a lot of solutions better than that, honestly.
To ship used coal into the atmosphere.
No, to make a window in our atmosphere and open the window and send the carbon out into space. Like make them deal with it.
Yeah,
out there.
That's a good idea.
What I think is going to happen is that, see, right now, like no one, like so many developed countries are not producing at sustainable levels. If we just knock off like a few billion people, we're not going to need all that coal. We're not going to need all that oil. And we'll get that temperature right back down.
Interesting thought, William. How do you think we should do it?
It's just happening. People are like,
when people die from all these things.
No, people are just not the population's just declining, like China and Japan, and you know.
Really?
The Chinese population's declining.
I guess worldwide population is going up.
Tell the Chinese.
Certain areas is going down.
Somebody better tell the Chinese.
That whole one
because them
child policy
motherfuckers are
fucked them
fucking.
up.
They fucking lots now. They love that good.
Well,
No,
they don't.
no, the Japanese don't love the good, but the Chinese, there's like a million, or there's like a million Chinese people in the world. What are you talking about?
A million? Damn, dude. I didn't realize you're coming at
I
me with
thought of
facts
the
and
biggest number I
figures.
could think of.
Facts and figures over here, dude.
But they put on some Luther Vandross, the Chinese do, and then they just fuck not constantly. It's like a Playboy. China is basically like a big Playboy mansion, in my understanding. Also, India, I guess, is also.
India is fucking growing. India overtook China.
They did it.
They fuck like crazy in India. America, not so much. We're post sex.
Yeah.
You know. You know
Sex
what my
is gay.
We need to get back to that good old fashioned gay sex,
Yeah.
like in Siege.
This seemed like a nice
gays.
bar. The Crypt.
Yeah,
It was cool.
it was a
And I
nice
like
bar.
that
It
the
was like a
guy-
Cheers sort of bar.
The bartender's little silly sailor suit is cute.
This is a listener request, and this is we were doing a listener request, like give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. Any movie you want, leave us a 5-star review, and then we'll do an episode on it. But then Adam pointed out today that like half our episodes got deleted from Apple Podcasts anyway. So
Whoops.
that's not really a growing platform for us. I guess we're saying offensive things, or we're using music, or maybe they don't even like our covers, which are movie posters. It's like I have no idea why they're being taken down. So you can still hear every episode. Yeah, you can hear every episode on SoundCloud, Spotify. But we got 10 ratings, so we're huge. It's all worth it.
Oh yeah, baby. Moving on up.
Could it be playing the clips of the movies during the podcast? Is that like not allowed or something? We've done that a couple times.
YouTube.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
I have no fucking idea. They don't tell you shit.
Yeah, that's weird.
But you can, I guess, if you're really smart, you can copy the RSS feed from SoundCloud and then paste it into your own Apple.
Okay.
And listen on your own Apple device and listen on your phone if you really give a shit. Because you're like, I gotta hear the Johnny Mnemonic episode.
It's a must listen. We got a lot of must listens.
Dolph Lundgren's in that. What we really should do is have an app
for just us,
like our own app. Listen to us. It's our own social media where we post.
Kind of get into the tech space. You're saying?
Mm-hmm.
We need a Discord.
We have a Discord.
Oh yeah, I know. I need to use it.
Y'all need to get.
I just know people have it.
Here's the thing: we're killing it on X. I posted some Terrifier 3 clips today. They're going viral.
What do you think of the Terrifier movies, William?
So here's the thing about the Terrifier movies. The director of those movies comes from a makeup visual effects background. So what the movies really are is a showcase for very good makeup effects. And that's really the reason to watch them. That's like the movies are like, they're not scary. It's kind of shocking, but it's not very effective as a movie. It's not like,
doesn't have like a larger,
there's no tension
effect. Yeah.
There's no tension. There's no suspense. There's no impact for any of the kills. But what you do get to see is like really good makeup in this like kind of amateurish movie like Terrifier 1. Like a woman will get her head cut off and then there'll be like a fake head. And it's like, it looks just like the actress. It's like, whoa, that's like way better than a fake head should be. It's like everything on the movie's kind of lackluster except for the gore effects. But he kind of shows the effect. He like lingers on the shots too long, and it's not like an effective scene. It's like, here's the gore, they're getting cut in half, and the shot just keeps going. It's kind of like pornography, like gore pornography. But people love it. Grand Google.
Would you say it's pornography?
I posted a clip from Speak No Evil. Now that movie's good. The first one, not the remake. That's the Danish one or the Dutch one. It's about a Dutch and Danish couple.
All right.
But that movie is fucking horrific. That movie will fuck you up. Now, Siege, this movie was recommended to us from a listener, and I kept dragging my feet because I was like, I don't like this movie. And what turned out to be was I had been watching the extended version, the longer version, and the longer versions has a different opening. It's 10, 13 minutes of aimless, confusing, shitty storytelling before the siege, before the bar break-in. And it's just so boring. And it makes it really hard to understand like who the main character is and like what the film is even about.
They kind of don't. Well, you're like a guy you're watching the extended cut. It's called the extended cut, right? So you're like the guy who's like watching Lord of the Rings, like the 9-hour Lord of the Rings. I mean, like,
but here's the thing.
I don't like Lord of the Rings. It's too long.
I don't know. This is the problem now with movies on Blu-ray. I don't know what the good version is. They have all these fucking versions. And it's like, do I watch this version or that version?
Dude, the version we watched was awesome, I thought.
The theatrical cut, I watched that today. And it gets rid of that opening and it's much more focused. It starts off with that news footage. Now that news footage at the beginning, that's a real police strike that took place.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
In Nova Scotia.
I believe so.
The hellscape of Nova Scotia.
The part they cut out that you're talking about is where the guy's like bullshitting with his wife and being a dick to her and then collects up all his buddies. That's the part they cut out, right?
And then there's a scene before that where there's like people driving and like pushing a car and there's like punks and there's a guy like, he stole my car and then this and that.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That was stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds pretty cool to me.
It was pretty lame.
That's the only Nova Scotia police strike footage.
Damn. They got it. They got it for this one. For Siege.
Okay, what are these guys' problem with the gays?
Yeah. They're just big bullies.
Here's one thing about the movie. It's made in Canada. I can't tell the difference between the gay guys and the Canadians.
Yeah, that one dude, in like the light brown suit, he talks totally gay. I thought he was like a turncoat or something.
On purpose?
I almost thought I did think that. I actually thought they made like those guys. They made them. It seemed like they made them kind of like all losers on purpose.
Correct.
Sure.
There's nerdy guys like in there, and slobby loser guys, and then even the main guy, like the guy in the hat. He's not actually like a cool jock kind of guy. He's kind of like more like of a little weasel guy that is like cosplaying as a jock, or like he'd be like the jock sidekick.
He laughs. He goes,
yeah. So yeah, I think it's just the Canadian touch.
It's difficult as a red-blooded American. It's tough for me to watch this Canadian claptrap, but
you're just saying like what all of these betas. You're just like, well, what are they all? What's the problem? Why can't they just get along? They're all in the same class. City. You know what I'm saying? Or city. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Well, like Kids in the Hall.
Class and city.
I mean, I think it's funny they dress up like girls, but
that'd have been cool. They should have done some of that in this.
I would have loved.
Should have been Kids in the Hall being like the mob. All the guys in the mob like going after Scott Thompson.
Or give him like one little scene.
Dude, Scott Thompson would have been an amazing lead character in a movie like this, honestly.
Hell yeah.
Or
He's
the
an amazing
cops.
actor.
Yeah,
Bruce McCullough,
and
Mark
Mark
McKinney as the
McKinney, and
cops,
yeah,
the striking cops.
dude. Just make this a Kids in the Hall movie.
Kevin
Okay, so
Smith
this
is the blind guy or the pussy gay guy?
Oh, you
Kevin
mean Kevin
McDonald.
Kevin
McDonald?
McDonald. I'm sorry.
God
Excuse
damn
me.
it, Mike.
God, I blew it. I fucking blew it. I friggin' blew it.
You did, but it's okay. We'll just
all right.
we'll continue.
You guys bring
We're
it
too
back.
strong. We're too strong to let it get us down.
Thank you. You guys bring
Dave
us
Foley is the lady.
Yes, he was the best lady, wasn't he? Wasn't that the consensus that he was like the best, most attractive?
Yeah,
lady?
I think he was the cutest. I don't know about best, but yeah.
He had the most like delicate touch, I feel like.
Yes, he was the most feminine.
Yeah, he kind of does look like the lady in this, actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, so, she's busted. I didn't even consider fucking her. Like she was like nothing. Like I didn't even have any feeling toward her at all.
Would you rather fuck her or that one blind guy, the first blind guy?
I mean, I guess I would fuck the woman, but I mean, I had
purely from a body shape standpoint.
Gave me no desire.
But who's got a body that you like more? Is what I'm saying.
I know you want me to say the thick guy, so I'll say the thick guy.
Okay.
I'm
saying he's sick, but he's thick.
He's an idiot.
You know what I'm saying?
He's an idiot.
The guy with the glasses.
He's sick, but he's thick. No, that guy is like a very Michael Cera kind of guy. That guy was good, I thought.
What about the
when
guy?
We took him off, I was like, ooh, handsome.
What about the executor, the leader of the gang who shoots all the gay guys in the head? The leather jacket.
What's that guy's deal? Well, who is that guy? Why? Because like,
is he a cop?
He's the head of the New Order.
They're like, we better call in this. What's his name? Marco or something like. I was just saying
Berg.
Like, we better call in Berg.
Have you guys heard of the Order?
The prison gang?
The white supremacist gang from 1983.
Yes.
They killed a Jewish radio host. I was wondering if they were inspired by that, but it's like the same time period, like the exact same year. It doesn't seem likely.
I feel like hate crime stuff was a bigger thing back then. For sure.
It's confusing.
Well, anyway.
The New Order. I mean,
all that's over with. Don't got to deal with that anymore.
Thank God.
So they're the Palestinians, right? They're attacking
the
noble sailor.
They're trying to throw all of the gay people off of a roof.
What's up with this bartender's little gun?
It's a starter pistol.
You have a sailor costume. You got to have a little gun to go with it. You can't fit like a big gun.
He mentioned it was a starter pistol. It's like a pistol that you start a race with. Like, ready, set, go. It's not an actual
track and field.
Yeah,
that's what he does at the beginning. That's what he does at the beginning of every time they all have a bunch of gay sex in the bar. He shoots the starter pistol and he's like, "Gentlemen,
start your engines."
Yeah, start your engines.
Start your penises.
Start your penises. Yeah, your penis engines.
Yeah.
So
the assaulters definitely have a Boogie Nights gay basher in the closet vibe.
Yeah. The hate crime stuff, this feels weird because like it gets a little silly when they're like, oh, we better call in this henchman guy and like and you become like, and we're like crime henchmen guys. But the hate crime stuff in this movie is like, it feels weird to say, but it's good. The hate crime stuff in this movie is good.
Well, the only thing I don't like is this thing with the broken bottle where the guy falls on that.
It's kind of an interesting death, though.
And then he dies, and he's like, oh, I fell in a bottle.
Even in death, he's had a little bit of sass.
It's just
you got to respect that.
Okay, here's the thing about this movie: the acting is terrible.
Mm-hmm. Sure,
but when we get to the meat of the movie, the building, the losers defending themselves from the cool guys.
Yeah.
And the way they focus on like, we have these guns, we have these weapons, we can make a little shitty flamethrower, we can make our own little bazooka, we have 2 bullets, we have an arrow. all those little details are great, and they make the movie feel real, and they make every little moment um believable.
Yeah.
And it's that like shitty ass low rent version of like Seven Samurai or Assault on Precinct 13
Oh,
that
sure.
works.
You were saying it's kind of like a Die Hard sort of movie.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking it's more like a gay Home Alone.
100%. That's what I was just about to say. It reminded me of gangs, or not gangs. It reminded me of Escape from New York and like an adult version of Home Alone. Totally.
Yeah.
Especially with like the door being electrified. I believe they did that exact thing in Home
But what
Alone.
about Straw Dogs? Perhaps this movie is Raw Dogs.
Oh, that's very nice.
You know,
Yeah.
that's here's the thing. If you're gonna make a low budget movie, you got to have a good script. You got to have good
Straw
ideas.
hogs. Straw hogs.
Yeah, raw hogs. You got to
Raw
have
hogs.
good writing because that's all you got. You don't got money. You better have good ideas, and these little battles are great.
Yeah,
Now
totally.
these dudes got this sniper rifle with red vision. That's pretty cool.
That part was cool. And it was cool to like have that guy go and then bring him back and then have that be part of the confusion, like the suspense or whatever. I just watched this movie. I watched an old silent film that's like the first suspense movie. It's called Suspense.
What's it
What?
about?
Well, it's got a lot of like
Suspense.
About a guy
it
taking a
it has a
dump
lot of like
and then
trademarks of the genre.
there's no toilet paper.
Yeah. It's a guy
It's
on the toilet. It's a black and white silent movie. But but yeah, it's got like the cross cutting, so you like know, so like you see, because that's the whole thing. Like Hitchcock's was saying, like, oh, I if I do a scene and there's two guys at a table and they're talking, and then a bomb in the that's under the table just like blows up, that scene is not suspenseful. But if you show the bomb while they're talk and then cut back to them talking, and then you show the bomb under the table and it's ticking and it's getting closer, that is what actually creates suspense, is the
That's like
anticipation.
Carrie with the bucket of blood and just the
Yeah, yeah.
you
It's very, I
draw
mean,
it out. You just keep drawing it. Keep
so this was like an
stroking.
early version of that. And then this movie has kind of a version, it has a lot of versions of that, but it's like the sniper guy ends up becoming like this tool of the suspense. Okay.
The
It's
other
like
thing
the
they
difference
get,
between a stripper and a prostitute. One kind of brings you in, and the other one just gives you everything. You want the stripper of movies where it's keeping you engaged and you want to see more and you're hoping for more.
Yeah, there's like that thing, you feel like that thing of like, oh, if I am cool enough,
Yes,
I can
she
get her to like me, or you know what I mean? Like this isn't part of her job, but she's going to do it for me because I'm special.
totally,
well,
totally.
the other thing with suspense is that it burns time. It makes time go by quickly. So in a movie, it's so useful. Otherwise,
Well,
your movie's fucking boring as hell.
yeah, of course. Well, yeah, it's the Jew. You got it. Yeah, this movie is never boring. Um, and by the way, oh, remember the part when like so those guys come, they call in this Berg guy or whatever, this like criminal hitman guy, and then that guy's like execution style killing everybody in this gay bar going down the line, and then there's this one guy who's secretly cut. They're all like zip tied by their thumbs,
Yeah, that
and
was
there's
weird.
one guy who's like secretly cutting the zip tie with like a really tiny, little tiny knife. It's like, where did he get that knife? He's got the
Pocket. It's a pocket
tiniest
knife.
perfect knife for a zip tie cut. Just happen to have a tiny knife. I'm
What kind
saying
of
that's
man
funny.
carries a knife and on them all day?
Cool. It's cool to have a knife that small. It's like the size of your
Could there be
pinky.
one on the podcast?
Why would you not carry a cutting tool at all time?
Do you?
Yeah, you generally. I have
So
one
you
in
would
my
be
I
the
have one in my wallet.
oh.
I don't really carry like a lockback knife anymore because I'll stab somebody. So I can't have that risk.
That's probably that's good. I thought they were going to say they're not letting you do that anymore.
No,
But
no, I can have a knife.
but Ike,
Yeah, it's not working
hey,
anymore.
so yeah. Anyway, it's cool. Yeah, I guess I should have a little tiny knife. You never know.
Should always carry the element of fire, a knife, and maybe a little cordage if you can.
Cordage,
like string, rope.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
tie it around your knife or something.
In case you want to. These all seem like I feel like the way when you're saying it just seems like things that you're going to use to on some guy in like a road rage incident.
Rubber gloves, ski mask, all that.
I kid. You served your time, and you honestly are doing a great job, Mike.
For stabbing the guy at the toll booth, nothing happened.
Oh, you mean like you never?
I told the cops he cut me,
and that's true, right?
No, I cut my hand as I was stabbing him, like an idiot. If you're going to stab someone, you need to grip the knife very tightly. Just remember that.
That's a good tip.
Yeah.
If anybody is planning on, if any listeners, if you're planning on stabbing someone,
is that why there's this new thing? It seems new to me of this like 1.5 inch long knife that like you just punch. You like punch stab.
Ooh, what are you talking about?
You're talking about a push knife, and those are illegal in California.
Deadpool Wolverine, he uses one.
Oh, it's like on a ring.
Well,
is that what you're saying? Or it's like between fingers. How do you
like
punch stab?
You've got the handle and then the knife, the blade comes through there. But that, like I said, is either a dirk or called a push knife, and they're illegal in California.
Yeah, you can't even get aren't brass knuckles are illegal too, right?
I believe so.
I wanted to get brass knuckles, but the man got me down.
Automatic knives used to be illegal too, but you can get those now. I don't know why. Brass knuckles, you just say it's a fucking paperweight or something. They're not brass knuckles. It's a paperweight.
But what if you have it in your pocket?
Yeah. You use a lot of
paper. And you punched a woman in the face on the bus.
Yeah, they're probably going to get you for that.
No, what did you think of the guns in the movie?
Get rid of the brass knuckles and say she punched me. Go ahead. I'm sorry. We need to bring it.
What do you think of the guns? The guns.
Mike's Guns Corner. I would say there's two very cool guns. The Luger that the bad guy uses to assassinate everybody. The silenced Luger. I think it's a Luger. It could also be a Ruger target pistol because it holds too many rounds.
It's either a Luger or a Ruger. All right, you're just making these up.
The coolest gun is the gun that the main curly hair bad guy uses. That is a Sterling Mark IV, and that is the gun that the Stormtrooper rifle is modeled after, and the gun they use to build into a Stormtrooper rifle for Star Wars.
Oh, interesting. Oh, because it's got that two-part thing.
It looks like a blaster, basically. Right. Yes.
Yeah. And it's kind of like an old
magazine.
It's kind of like an old gangster thing too. About you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like a Tommy gun.
Tommy gun. Yeah.
The majority of these guns are World War II English firearms, like that rifle, the bolt-action rifle he has, the Sterling, the Luger. These are all guns you'd find in the European theater. And obviously Canada being a colony during World War II, you would get some of those guns back in Canada. It makes sense.
You know, I heard that all the rockets that they fire in Gaza are recycled Israeli rockets.
Yeah.
That like didn't blow up or whatever.
Sure. That's what they did in Vietnam.
That's because that's always like I remember talking to like a conservative or like a friend of mine who was like pro-Israeli or whatever, and he's like, they fire rockets into the cities or whatever, saying like this is about why that got like Palestine is bad, whatever. And it's like those are the fucking rockets that they already sent over there.
You're just giving them a taste of their own medicine. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, that's like when you are stabbing a toll booth worker and then you get stabbed.
No, it was a guy that it was just
you stab yourself on your knife.
I think he cut me off or I cut him off. I don't even fully know. He just got out of his car and tried to punch me in my car. Anyways,
this is in the past.
Yes.
Well, that thing with the rockets, that's classic guerrilla warfare tactics. The Vietnamese did the same thing.
Sure.
They would take bombs and unscrew them get the explosive elements out, turn those into new weapons, make booby traps. They did all sorts of things. Yeah, like I kept imagining in this movie I kept waiting for a scene where they would grab one of the machine guns from the bad guys and use that
Yeah, because they were low
against
on actual guns.
they're low on guns. Now you said they had a silencer, but there's no such thing as a silencer. There's only suppressors.
Yes, excuse me. They are called suppressors. Yes, sir.
But
Gotcha,
in the
Mike.
movie, it acts like a silencer. It acts like a movie. It's like a silencer's a thing in a movie.
Yeah. They have funny gun sound effects in this movie, but it's all right. Nobody's perfect.
Well,
they also had a grenade launcher that they put on the end of one of the guns, which I think it was the shotgun, which was funny. Like they would have that.
So apparently, movie gun sound effects weren't good until Die Hard. That's what people say. Like Die Hard was the first movie to have like amazing gun sound recording and to have gun sound effects that were not just the same sound over and over again.
And so they were like in different spaces and
yes. Fully recorded, different environments. Yeah, like
that's cool.
When they made American Graffiti and they had all these radios throughout the movie, they did this thing where they would like take a radio, put it in a car, and then put the microphone outside the car, record it, put the music in like an empty gymnasium, like when they're having the dance scene. So every scene in American Graffiti has like a different, has like very elaborate sound design.
Yeah, soundscape.
And it was cool, but most people were just like, I'm just sticking with my library of sound effects.
Boing.
I'm lazy. Yeah.
Those are good too.
My haunted house record.
Yeah. You can do a lot. You can get a lot of mileage out of those haunted house records. So
Scarface, the original version of Scarface apparently has terrible bullet sound effects.
Yeah, this has like a almost lasery sort of thing when they shoot the guns in this, like pew 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 pew.
And it's very repetitive. You can tell it's the same sound effect playing over and over again.
Yeah, but this movie, this got some sound. Maybe not the best sound effects. This movie looks real good though. The night street scenes, love those street scenes, like the green tint. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, it does look really good. I
looks
agree
great
with that.
For like this low budget, like exploitation movie and stuff.
Is that the cinematography that looks good? Is that what that's called?
Yeah, and also
I would say so.
They had around this time is when film was faster, which meant you could use less light. So
yes,
you could do more run and gun shit around this time. But there's still a few shots in this movie that are like completely out of focus. But hey, they shot. Apparently, they shot in 14 days.
Oh, nice!
Damn, that's crazy. With like all the stunts and things and explosions and stuff. Working with those blind guys, that had to have taken a.
One thing I really like in this movie,
big time,
and they get a lot of mileage from this idea is they have these two apartments connected, and then there's like a medicine cabinet that you can remove and then go into the other apartment back and forth.
Yeah,
cabinet meeting.
Have you ever lived in an apartment like that?
That has a cabinet to another apartment?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Because it's also a part of Candyman. That's like a big part of that movie.
I think it is. I have been in apartments that are like that. It's like a thing in like shitty buildings. I feel like
my first apartment was so shitty. My first apartment was so shitty. The toilet, it would just flush down to the toilet, but on the floor below.
Oh,
like just like there was a hole, so you would just poop in a hole and it would fall into the toilet below, and then it would fall in the toilet below. And it was like a big game of like.
Oh, cool.
Where the hell was this?
You never went there. It was really shitty.
In LA?
If you looked in like into the toilet bowl, you would just see a hole down into the.
You see like a bald guy taking a dump.
You got to time it. Make sure the timing is right. You don't
the
want
water,
to take a dump on your neighbor's
even the
head.
water and the flushing goes down.
Yeah.
No, I'm jesting, Mike.
Oh, you got me.
He got
But that would
you.
be funny,
Because
huh?
A friend of mine lived
the
in
apartment in SF had like a huge hole above it, so I thought that was somehow that you were talking about there when the ceiling in the bathroom was all fucked up.
Black mold.
Yeah.
My friend Matt, who did the one episode a long time ago, the podcast. He lived in an apartment in the Tenderloin that had one of those things in the bathroom. Like it was like in the bathroom. There was no windows. Like the window opened up into this like space that was between walls, so you could like open up and look out into like black nothingness. It was like a terrifying apartment. I think it was like a converted hotel.
Yeah, usually
old hotel into like
SRO.
Like that. But he did it.
How's he doing now? Was he a big heroin junkie or something, or why was he living in Seattle?
Because he's like he's punk.
He's keeping it real.
He lives in Tampa now, and he's dealing with like a flooded house. So,
but he works he was like a financial trader.
He's like he works in finance, or not? He's like works in like the mortgage stock industry or something like that.
That's pretty punk rock.
I know. Yeah. Well, hey, there's got to be some tension inside of an individual for the soul to
calm down, really... Tyler Durden. That's what I would tell him. Hey, whoa, calm down, Tyler Durden. What are you doing?
Yeah.
What is this, Fight Club?
Yeah, no, that was the Ed Norton side of him, and the Tyler Durden was the guy living at a Tenderloin place. I'm crazy, you know.
I have a bunch of dudes who live with me, and I beat them up at night.
Yeah, I was one of those dudes.
Come here, Meatloaf.
That's how we became friends. Dude, I'd love to slap around Meatloaf's juicy titties.
You ever play the Fight Club PS2 game?
I wonder if they ever got bored. Oh, yes, I have, and it's very good.
Yeah, with Fred Durst.
Wonder if the guys in Project Mayhem ever got bored and motorboated Meatloaf. You know what I'm saying?
You know, who would Tyler Durden vote for? Kamala or Trump?
Oh.
Bernie Sanders.
This is a really fun question.
Maybe like Peace and Freedom Party or something, or
yeah,
Jill Stein. I don't know.
He's a Cornel West guy. All right. Well, what do you want to
what else do you want to talk about on this fucking movie?
Let's talk about this movie.
Where are we at?
What do you guys want to talk about?
Stop trying to turn this into Club Random. We're talking about politics. I like that Bill Maher's like, I'm going to have a podcast called Club Random, where I can be like random. And then he's sitting there talking about Israel's right to defend itself and stuff on the podcast. Not very random.
I don't understand his love of Israel.
He's Jewish, right?
He's half Jewish, half Catholic.
He said he was raised Catholic.
Is his mom Jewish?
Yes.
So when he goes to confession, he brings a lawyer.
Yeah, but his whole thing is I'm Mr. Atheist.
Well, a lot of people are saying it's like revealing like basically like all those guys, those like new atheist guys like Bill Maher were basically like Islamophobes this whole time.
Well, yeah, he's definitely an Islamophobe.
So
he got in that big fight with Ben
Affleck
and Sam Harris. But, you know,
Ben Affleck laid it down.
It's pretty wacky. I can't so now if Trump wins, I just cannot wait to see what moronic shit he does with Ukraine and Israel. I just can't wait for that to be the same thing, nothing different.
Oh, of course.
And for
what do you think? Yeah, I guess the Ukraine thing is because Israel he won't depart from, but
I've given this theory a bunch of times, but the Afghanistan pullout looked really bad. And it made everybody go oh shit, we can't do that again. We can't just let a country fail that we were helping. We have to
we have done that tons of times.
Well, it's We have to just prop these countries up and keep it going and keep up the facade of the American empire.
Mm.
Now, maybe Trump can negotiate an end to Ukraine, but Israel, he's just going to keep arming for sure. That's just going to keep going on. So,
oh Lord,
I don't know. It's pretty. People don't like it when America loses, even though we've
been
reason.
losing since World War II, like you said. Like
yeah.
What
Korea,
engagement did we win?
Vietnam,
Yugoslavia or something, Bosnia,
Cuba, doing great with Cuba.
what about when Barack married Michelle? That was an engagement we won.
Did you know we consider Cuba? We consider Cuba a terrorist state.
That law where once a Cuban gets to the United States, they're American, is still in effect.
That's cool.
All they got to do is get here.
The Cuba stuff's that's got to stop.
Those fucking communists.
Let's get
communism doesn't work.
Let's go hang out over there.
I want to go there.
We should siege Cuba.
Dude, that'd be awesome.
Hell yeah.
Come here, whoever's in charge of Cuba.
Some cigars.
Castro's brother, he died,
chongas.
Right? Castro died. Damn.
Raul? I think Raul's still alive. I think Raul's still in charge, right?
Is he? Cuba. Remember in Captain Ron when they went to Cuba and Martin Short was
Ron is one of my mom's favorite movies.
He's like, "Oh shit, that's
nice."
Raul Castro is 93. He's still alive, but he's not in charge anymore. I don't know who is. I mean, I can look it up.
Let's just take him out. We could win that war. We need to win a war.
No.
What country do you want to invade, Adam? I know. I mean, come on, say it. You know.
Israel?
Is that what you want?
Well,
they'll probably beat us.
It's like invading our masters.
They'll probably win.
They have all our weapons.
That's a tough one.
And all of our tax money.
What about I'm saying Cuba is a good one.
I want to invade Turks and Caicos.
The easiest one would be like
Fuck
Canada,
those guys.
or Mexico, something like that. But Mexico
Nova
don't have
Scotia?
anything other than a little bit of oil.
Love to invade Canada.
Canada's got resources.
Love to invade
Haiti.
They're the only country that had a successful slave revolt. Let's let them have the W. Nobody will let these motherfuckers have a W. Give them the W.
No. Take them out. Finish it. Well, that's a beautiful country. We need that.
What about I say let's invade England.
Take it back. Hell yeah. Bring it back to them.
I'm tired of these motherfuckers. Talking all
Who's even the prime minister of England? Some labor douche.
Yeah, who knows?
I like to take Prince Charles, throw him on a little broken bottle.
I like to just grip his ears and just fuck his face.
Oh yeah, dude. In front of that red painting, just wipe your cock on it.
Yeah. Do a mushroom stamp.
You'd probably put a little hairspray and burn your ass.
Dude, he might be right.
Well,
but it would be so worth it.
Dude, you got to be careful with that guy because he'll turn the lights off. He's got those big ears. He'll be like, there are 3 podcasters walking in the palace.
Like I love blind guy powers. That's pretty cool. I also loved how they had those 2 blind guys, the smart one who was always reading and had glasses, and the big dumb fat guy. And that guy was always wrong.
He was reading? Yeah, I guess he had glasses.
So. Oh, yeah, he was reading. He was wearing glasses and reading, but because I didn't even clock that he was blind until like later on in the movie.
What are they doing at the apartment?
Yeah, I was wondering that too. Are they like providing some charity for blind people, or they're saying they got to take them back to the blind folks home. What the fuck?
They wanted to go back to blind school to get dessert.
They're cooking them hamburgers,
and then they shot the fat guy.
Oh, so they go to blind school every day, but they're just what, William?
Orgy.
I think they're having the orgies.
Oh, they're fucking the blind guys.
They're swinging.
They're saying, "Hey, you're blind. What do you care?"
Yeah.
You know.
Take those.
And the guys are like, you know what? You got a point. And then they just
fucking
they
fuck like rabbits.
Sucking fuck like Indians.
All
that should be the new phrase.
Nothing off limits.
Fucking like Indians.
And the blind guy's like, "Oh, you got a brown pussy." Just fucking that dude in the ass.
Oh yeah, the big fat like I think he's fucking a chick, but
yeah,
I think he's fucking he's like, oh, this is a hot lady. I bet
so tight.
The heroic guy in the movie who you think is a good guy, he's just getting his ass fucked like a guy who lets his dog fuck him in the ass.
Yeah,
it's a big fat blind guy
who thinks he's fucking a lady. So yeah, that's really the main problem. It's not that he's fucking the blind guy, because there could be consent with that, but the blind guy doesn't understand.
He has 2 cantaloupes taped to his back. They look like tits.
Oh yeah, he thinks he's fucking a lady, but he's actually fucking a guy turned around with cantaloupes.
Why isn't our show allowed an Apple? Come on, Apple. Come on, Tim Cook. What's your beef, bro?
Yeah.
When Trump wins, you're gonna be fucking.
Man, I can't wait till Trump kills that guy.
You're gonna be
kills
sieged,
Tim Cook.
We got to siege Apple and take back our podcast.
Yeah, and Trump puts all our episodes back on.
Yeah, right.
He better do it.
He's such a turnkey.
You think?
So you remember I kept sending links about Trump wants to take over the Federal Reserve and set interest rates.
I don't remember that, but that's cool.
2 days ago, he's like, yeah, I don't want to, that's not a good idea. I shouldn't do that. We should keep Jerome Powell. Let's just keep
yeah, he's
made so many promises. I cannot wait for everybody to pretend he did everything he said he was going to do.
The deep state kept him from doing all that, from ending the Department of Education on day one. The deep state wouldn't let him.
Cutting tax. Not taxing Social Security.
No tax on tips.
So the big thing, the only thing that's going to happen next year politically is we're going to have a new tax code.
And you mean we're going to pay more taxes or whatever?
Well, all his tax cuts are going to expire next year from 2017.
Yeah.
So they have to write a new tax code in Congress and have the president ratify it.
Yeah.
So it's going to be they've made so many crazy promises on taxes on the campaign that none of them are going to happen.
Oh yeah,
They're going to raise taxes like crazy. If you're middle class.
Hey, Israel needs more money.
It's not even about that.
It is about that, and I'm fucking sick of this stuff. Okay, I'm getting pissed.
You're a business owner, right?
Sorry, my rant is over. I don't.
If you got an S corp,
I went on a very short rant. What?
Aren't you an LLC or an S corp? You should be fine.
No, I closed that because it was just ended up being more of a waste and a hassle than anything.
You're gonna want to open that shit.
I'm an individual. Oh, is that bad?
You're sole proprietor? Ooh.
Yeah, I'm a sole. Oh no.
Is it Kamala or Kamala? See, I've heard it bad. I've heard it wrong so many times. I don't even know anymore.
It's Kamala, not Kamala.
Who cares? She's not going to win.
But why'd you ask then?
You told me that she was going to win a couple weeks ago, and then I was telling people that based off of what you said. Now I'm going to look like an idiot.
Yeah, well, here's the problem. Working class people don't care about politics or the news or anything. They're really dumb and they don't know how anything works.
Well, they know that that's bullshit, and both the parties are like the same thing, basically.
It's the same thing. Hello. Don't you follow the daily conversation in Congress every day between the House and the Senate? We just need 60 senators and we can do something.
What about whatever happened to that parliamentarian? Remember when they did the parliamentarian thing just for minimum wage? That was like the only time anybody ever heard about him or her.
Yeah, and George W. Bush fired his parliamentarian when they disagreed with what he wanted to do, and he just did it anyway. Federal minimum wage is very low too.
$7.25.
But most states don't even have that as the minimum wage. It's
yeah.
We gotta get these motherfuckers. Let's do a seat. Oh, I was just about to say that we should. I basically was gonna have the idea that we should do January 6th.
That didn't work.
I know, but that was my idea. So, like, hey, it could work this time.
What we need to do.
Maybe they didn't have enough guns.
Okay, let's go out into federal land, get a compound, get some guns, and just let us have our own city.
Don't molest any children.
No kids
allowed. This is very important, actually. Mike.
No kids allowed.
William.
We just need land. Just give us the land.
Nobody fuck up and bring a kid to molest. All right. Let's be really clear right now. Nobody is going to be molesting any kids.
I would be happy.
I would not, of course, not do that.
Enlarged arm.
I don't like kids.
Mike, don't bring any thick ass black queens.
Well, why not?
Or I guess you could. Yeah. I guess you're right.
We need to make kids.
Actually, yeah. Bring thick ass black queens to our compound.
There you go. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Get in those replies.
I'm an older man. I find older women attractive.
How old?
I'm trying. I'm definitely trying.
How old, William?
23, 24. You know?
Oh, you're like a pedophile, like an aging pedophile who's like,
I'm a man. I can grow with someone closer to my age.
Yeah. For a pedophile, that's like
divide by 2 and minus 7.
Yeah. There you go.
I just noticed that, like, I don't even notice women that are 40 or over. I don't even look at them or even think about them in a sexual manner at all. They're just
you never seen a
what are you talking about?
Middle-aged lady or woman that you're like, damn, this
very rarely.
You live in Northern California. It's different.
Yeah, there's a lot of girls here. I guess I'm lucky. I don't know.
There's like
although San Jose they call Man Jose because the ratio of men to women is like really bad or something.
No one wears makeup there. If you go to Northern California and you're a woman, you wear makeup, they look down on you.
That's a fair assessment.
Where Adam and I live, it's all like implants, Pilates, yoga pants.
I got a lot of ladies with implants and stuff for going around here.
You go to Whole Foods, it's like you can't even you have to like tape your boner down.
Yeah, Mike, you would have such a huge boner in Whole Foods.
What kind of Latinas you got down there?
Oh my God.
Are you kidding, bro?
Colombians or
they're
Mexicans?
Short, they're fat, and they're horny.
Mexicans.
They love to cook.
Okay. I'm listening.
They're also Salvadorians, Guatemalans.
Hell yeah.
This is that's a cool tagline. They're short, they're fat, they're horny. Coming this fall on the CW.
They live with their parents.
Yes, that's true.
They go to college.
There's every woman is a beautiful lady.
They like cartoons.
Yeah, that's what I try to see the beauty in all of them, but I don't see it in some of them.
But you're trying, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, Mike lives, I'll get there.
I met up with Mike a couple years ago. We got Shake Shack. We're in Palo Alto, home of Stanford, Facebook, Apple. Rich people everywhere. Did I see one cool car? No. Everybody drives a Prius
or a Tesla.
It's just like You will see the dumbest person in the world in a Maserati in LA. And you'll just be like, that dude, there's no way that dude can afford it.
You guys don't have enough dumb people up there.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Dumb people are hot.
I mean,
dumb people are hotter than smart people.
William says that, but I do live in the Silicon Valley. There's plenty of dumbasses driving fancy cars here for sure.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's true.
It's rare, though.
That could be fair.
It is rare. Yes, that's true. It's few and far between, but there's plenty of them. I see a lot of Porsches. Is the one I see a lot.
Do you have an Erewhon?
What the hell's an Erewhon?
A grocery store.
Oh, no, I don't think so. We have
we
have Whole Foods.
What kind of a grocery store is this?
I've never heard of Erewhon.
I've never heard of Erewhon.
Are you serious?
I have heard of it, but I didn't know that was a grocery store, I guess. Sounds like
Erewhon is like
Anthropology or something.
The fanciest grocery store chain in LA. There's one in Beverly Boulevard. There's one in Calabasas. There's one in Pacific Palisades. It's in all the fancy areas.
There's one in Culver City. Are the people there dumb and hot or smart and ugly?
Dumb and hot.
Cool.
That sounds similar to like a Lunardi's here, or what Andronico's used to be before they went out of business.
Andronica, that sounds cool. Sounds like a techno band for androgynous people.
Ratings. What are our ratings? Let's just end this.
I like this. Go, Mike.
Oh, I'll just give it a 3. It was okay. There was nothing about it that I particularly disliked. The pacing was good, and I was entertained. The first time I watched it, I didn't really pay attention, but the second time I watched it today, I was entertained. So I give it a 3.
I give it a 3.5. I think it's a smart idea for a little independent film. It has I like all the guns. I like the battles. For me, the juicy section of this movie is like 2/3 when the Home Alone sequence, the raw hog.
Damn, what a missed opportunity for that title.
When they're killing each other and attacking, and they're using the flamethrowers, and they got the paperclip bow and arrow, and they got the they're using the cootie catcher, and they got the sock full of marbles.
Damn.
Daniel Stern gets his fucking face burned.
Hitting the head of the paint can.
I would give this movie, but this movie's saying, but remember the honestly, like the last shot of the movie, that should bump it up a half a star for wherever you're at least, I would say. Because this movie is...
He was a cop.
Yeah, that's cool. That's also before internet shit. You know, like everybody would say that now, but it's very bold and cool to say that.
Whatever, lib.
Maybe I am a lib, and maybe I will vote for Kamala.
You haven't voted yet?
No, I haven't voted yet.
You're gonna do it by the mail? You gonna go? You gonna go there? Like,
wait, no, Adam, I can still do it. Right?
We only have 2 more weeks.
I can still do.
You haven't voted
settle
yet?
Down, guys.
We have only 2 weeks,
dude. Fuck this, man. Fuck the list.
What judges are you gonna vote for?
I'm gonna write myself in
on the
for
propositions. Don't you know there's a proposition that says whether or not we should allow forced labor punishment for prisoners? Think about it. This is a big deal.
Damn.
Modern day slavery.
How do people think that's going to go? What way?
I don't know, but I'm like, you cannot make these prisoners work.
Don't make these poor guys work.
Poor little prisoner men. Don't make them work.
They should be able to sit on their tablets.
Yeah,
and work out.
Give them free tablets. Give them free Cheetos.
Don't make them work. Make them work out.
Did you know there's buff? Did you see the proposition that's PrEP for babies?
Oh my God!
What's up?
The government wants to give babies PrEP, so they don't get HIV.
Gay
Here
babies
we go again.
or all babies?
All babies.
Oh my God.
That
Like the
wacky government.
like the vaccine. Like you have to take it. If you have a baby, you have to give your baby PrEP.
No, that's not the fucking thing, dude. They're not
Is
gonna
AIDS
make you
even a
do it.
problem anymore?
Oh, it's a
William is fucking
problem.
around. He's fucking around.
That's a joke.
But you got me.
You got to give the babies PrEP. This is my new stance.
It's a good idea. I could see that.
You'll never
Instead
guess
of
who
giving
wrote
all the
the
babies
you know who
PrEP,
wrote the
give
bill.
one baby in 100 AIDS.
You know who wrote the bill? RFK
Who?
Jr.
Real?
The
Really?
man is he's a complex man.
Anti-vax but pro PrEP. Okay.
Do you like the what about make America healthy again? We got to make fun of this. His whole like, oh, I want to get rid of food additives, and then Trump's at McDonald's,
That's cool.
and then they have an E. coli outbreak, and a person dies eating McDonald's the next day.
Oh my God.
So funny.
Pretty cool.
Remember when that guy died from eating Jack in the Box hamburger? That was a huge deal.
That was like in the 90s, right?
Yeah. Now this guy died.
It's like a little ginger kid.
No big
I always
deal.
associated Jack in the Box with botulism. So you call it Jack in the Botch. But because of that, for real. And then it took me a second, I was kind of had to get over the stigma to start going to Jack in the Box again.
You know where the E. coli was? In the diced onions. So I used to work at McDonald's. You get these bags of just diced onions and water, and you just like they just like scoop that shit out with a spoon.
Yeah,
or they might even have a canister that blasts it on a burger. But
E. coli comes from shit. So
yeah, feces.
Yeah, so for it to get into the vegetables means how the fuck did that happen?
Child labor.
Wiping their butt, touching their face, then touching the onions.
Yes.
Look, I'm just going to tell you right now, if you're poor in America, you're fucked. Okay, so don't even vote. Just let us rich people in the West Coast decide. We know.
Don't vote. Go shoot politicians.
We need babies to have PrEP.
Stop shooting each other and shoot politicians.
Our prisoners are working against their will. We need to put an end to this.
They should at least get minimum wage.
Oh my God.
Yeah, for sure. For real. No slave wages. That's kind of a little on the nose, isn't it?
They also took away their weights a while ago. There's no weights.
They did?
Yes. That's why you see like dudes lifting water bags, like garbage bags full of water to work out because they took the weights away.
That must
not
make
be
them
all cops.
Nationwide, though.
No. I'm saying California. I don't know nationwide, though. Definitely California.
That would be such a drag. You think you're going to jail and you're going to get all buff, and then you
got to do
like
push-ups,
vending machines and stuff. Yeah, totally. So anyway, I feel like this is kind of a bold movie that's saying that does, this is like during like AIDS and shit.
Were you 3.5 or 4? What was your rating?
I'm 4 at least.
Whoa, okay. Excuse me.
Yeah, that's right, motherfucker. So, and then the thing at the end with the cop like saying that, and that's such a good twist too. That's such a good last shot that puts so much in context. Because then you're like, oh, they were all cops and then it ties it together to like the riot, the beginning of like the strikes. So it's like, oh, these cops are bored and they went and did this.
That's
very cool. It is definitely like a liberal fantasy.
But that didn't happen in real life. That's the one thing. Is like Nova Scotia had a police strike, and it's like this didn't happen.
So okay,
isn't that cool? Like America.
Maybe it's like not.
Also, like to point out how dumb Canadian cops look. They look like a stupid Bobby or something. Cops' uniforms look stupid.
Oh yeah, little Bobby boys. Yeah.
Yeah, I would never get arrested by one of those.
I would never make love to a Canadian cop.
Hell no.
I would.
I mean, maybe for the power of it, but
a Mountie.
Do they let thick black
I was hoping they were
going
to have the Mounties come in, right? But we didn't get to see any Mounties. That's the only federal police in Canada. The Mounties of the DEA, the fucking ATF. That's their only federal police force.
That's cool. They all look like that.
Yeah.
Wow, they suck. They don't have like 9 federal police forces.
No, they don't, losers.
What do they even have a CIA?
I don't know.
They don't have something that like plans false flag operations.
That's like more military.
Like this country has to get it together.
They don't have a DEA. They don't have an ATF. Come on. They don't have a Secret Service.
Homeland Security.
What? I want to hear these secrets that these guys are keeping.
They
should just be guys that are really good at keeping secrets.
Service. CSIS, Canadian Security Intelligence Service. That's
if you're president, you have a group of guys and some women too that you can tell them any secrets that you want to tell, and they'll never tell anybody. That's like one of the cool things about being a president. It's a whole service. It's a whole secret service. These guys are really good at keeping secrets.
What I don't understand is why
guess what? I just nutted in that fat chick. Oh, well, I just ate my cum.
Wait, who is that?
Well, Mummy.
That's Reagan.
Reagan. That's Reagan whispering in the Secret Service. And then I'm guessing that was Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky. Was the first one you said? Am I right?
Yes.
Yep.
Secret's out. So, you know.
Can't join the Secret Service, Adam. I'm sorry.
I pooped my pants. I pooped my pants. You think the Secret Service has to change Biden's diaper?
Yeah. They will never tell a soul.
I need a change of clothes.
He's at like a big dinner with all the other foreign leaders. He leads over to his Secret Service.
Can I have a sippy cup of milk?
May I have a dish of ice cream?
And they get it for him, and they don't make us think about it. They do it very low key because they're pros. It's their duty.
It's just weird to me that the Secret Service protects the president and then deals with counterfeit money. That's a weird. Yeah. How is that? Why is that a combination?
Because they're really old. They predate the FBI.
That's such a weird thing about
it. That's why they're like Pinkertons or something.
Wait, didn't you not like to live and die in LA? Like,
I think I gave it like a 3 or 3.5.
You thought it was all cliches.
It was all cliches.
But isn't that like an interesting thing about it?
Oh, that they were Secret Service agents? Yeah.
Yeah, and they're dealing with it's like a counterfeit thing.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
They predate.
I can't remember.
Counterfeit was a big thing in 19th century. And plus, they needed the Secret Service because they were getting assassinated all the time too.
Dude, it'd be so easy to counterfeit in the 19th century.
It was a big problem, especially with the Confederate States and all this shit going on. And then like the West Coast, they really tried not to have a federal government, but it just completely was. It was like completely out of control in this country in the 19th century.
That sounds fun. Let's mix it up.
Yeah, a civil war.
We need to mix it up with a civil war.
Slavery. They were like,
dude,
everybody's poor.
Not the Republicans. Not the fat cats in Tammany Hall.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
You ever see gangs in New York?
Tammany Hall. Wasn't that a guy?
Yeah, so like Tammany. A family. Okay. Like a political family, I believe.
Oh, Tammany Hall. I see.
He's in Gangs in New York. It's
yeah. Isn't that Brendan Gleeson?
No. Jim Broadbent.
Jim Broadbent. That was the original Brendan Gleeson. Then the new Brendan Gleeson came in. Because have you seen Jim Broadbent since you've seen Brendan Gleeson?
The new Brendan Gleeson is Ray Winstone. Think about that, people.
Holy shit. This is why people listen to this. This is why it's important that Apple doesn't remove our episodes, even though we put licensed music on the ends of.
What's wrong with that? I stopped doing that.
It's like a radio
Your Conan episode got taken down.
It did?
What did you say?
Aww.
It did? For real?
What did you say, Adam?
That seems like targeted.
Tim Cook's like, this is not good. Well, you were too real.
I got too real, I guess. Damn. I can't believe it. They took it down.
Can we call like Apple support and ask them why?
Tech.
Let's complain.
Look, this is why you got to vote Trump, okay? Because Trump is going to stand up to the billionaires, the elites, the tech companies, the oligarchs. You know, him and Elon Musk, they're not going to take that shit. They're going to fight for billionaires.
Being a politician that's anti-government is so funny.
Politician that's anti-government? Yeah, that is kind of a funny thing to do.
Come on, what, are you going to take it down from the inside or something? Get the fuck out of here.
Ooh, yeah. He's like a spy. He should present himself more as like a spy. You know?
Yeah.
Like a hitman sort of guy.
That might help.
Shaved head, barcode on his neck rolls, on his like jowls. The turkey neck thing. Give him
what about like a Rosenberg?
What's a Rosenberg?
There were some cool spies.
You might want to look them up. They're of a certain faith that you're obsessed with.
You know about the Rosenbergs?
I don't know about them.
There were two spies, married couple, who the United States government may have killed under the directions of Joseph McCarthy and Roy Cohn.
Is this what that one FX show is about?
Kind of.
Okay.
But it was real. They really fucking killed them.
Were they really traitors?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Well, you know, treason is punishable by death still.
Something's got to be. If not that, then what?
Being straight. Look, if you don't vote for Trump, the gays are gonna kill the straight people in California. It's a new proposition.
Yeah. The straights are next.
Are you gay or are you straight? Because you better pick a side. No more bis.
Gays versus straights.
No more asexual people.
Oh yeah, what are they going to do? They're going to be the most powerful of all. They're going to be like, let's just end the episode.
They're going to be like, people who work hard and get things done. Take over.
Yeah, because the gays and the straights will be fighting, but the asexuals will just be like doing really good at their jobs and stuff and getting all the promotions, getting all the job opportunities. And then
it's like Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Yeah, they're like the little finger.
I don't know what movie we should do next.
So we have to do another listener request too, don't we?
Someone requested High Anxiety, Mel Brooks. That's a parody of Alfred Hitchcock movies shot in San Francisco in the 70s.
I don't think I've seen it.
Oh.
Are you familiar with the works of Alfred Hitchcock?
Yes, he did the Birds movie, Psycho. Is that right? Yeah.
You got it.
I know him.
He has a lot of fucking movies. He made what, like 50 movies?
My favorite Hitchcock movie, I really like Notorious, but Rear Window is pretty good too.
You like Notorious because it's shot in Florida, right?
Is it? I don't know. I just thought it was quite romantic.
There's like palm trees in it.
It's not shot in like Nazi Germany or something. It's about Nazis. Anyway, it's a tragic romance, and that's what my life is like.
You live in a castle? It's the one in the castle with the wine bottle?
Yeah, something like that. But what if we did one of those, like North by Northwest and then High Anxiety? No, that's not a good idea. But it would be fun to do a Hitchcock movie too sometime.
Yeah, like look at all these fucking birds. What are they, gay?
Yeah.
What's their problem? What is it, January 6th, but with birds?
Just leave those ladies alone.
All the birds have their penises out and they're flying at you full speed.
I mean,
why are we not
Why are we not doing high anxiety if we have
No,
to?
we're gonna do it, I think.
Okay.
We'll do it, but it's like it's other fun movies.
It's not really a conversation starter. Although we haven't really done too many comedies, right?
No.
That's true. We've done Problem Child 2. And what else? Oh, it Shakes the Clown.
I'm more into movies with killing and rape.
Yeah, Ryan's not here to say that, but he would normally say that that's your thing.
I think those allow for a greater conversation.
That is so random.
And greater humor.
If it doesn't have killing or pimping or dope dealing or betrayal, I'm not interested.
Yeah, there's lots of cool gangster movies I want to do. Prison movies.
Like what? What do you got?
Have you ever seen Bad Boys with Sean Penn?
No, I've only seen the Bad Boys with Martin Lawrence, and
they remade it with white people.
So Bad Boys with Sean Penn is one of his early films. He plays a young teenage thug who goes to juvenile hall, and he has a rival played by Issei Morales, and Sean Penn's girlfriend's Ali Sheedy. It's a fucking awesome movie.
Sounds good. I've never seen La Haine. I heard that was a good gangster movie, but I never seen it.
The French one. It's kind of like Do the Right Thing.
Lame.
You already immediately turned on it?
Yeah, I don't like. I want them to stay a gangster. I don't want them to like have this awakening. You know, I like them to die a gangster. I don't want to change.
It doesn't necessarily mean that they had a thing.
Die a gangster. You like Paid in Full.
Yeah, Scarface. I mean,
that's one of the episodes that got removed.
Paid in Full?
From Apple. I think so.
I live like 10 minutes from Apple headquarters. Should I go do something?
Like
what do you mean something?
Timothy McVeigh style?
Some toll booth, like the way you did with the toll booth?
Yes. Just get some fertilizer in a van.
Go give it a shot. See what happens.
Dude, you with the security there is crazy. When I was delivering tacos for that company, I couldn't even go onto the property. I had to wait outside where there was a woman security guard that just stood by this gate for 8 hours. That was her job, was to just stand by the gate and not let people in. And then people had to come out of the place, pick all the food up, go back in, bring me back all my trays. It was a fucking nightmare.
Once Elon Musk takes over the government, that won't be a problem.
Yeah. The security there is crazy.
He's going to rename the United States of America X.
Yeah, we're going to have free speech, baby.
He'll be the XSA.
Even though our boy got banned from Twitter for saying something, what the hell happened to this free speech? I don't understand.
Cosmo?
Hey.
Yeah.
He said he was going to stab someone with an AIDS needle?
Yeah, well, what's wrong with that?
Free Cosmo. There's a lot. What's the we don't know the context of that, so.
The Supreme Court has widely rejected prior restraint.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's what we should end the episode on. The thing Mike said that I don't know what it means.
Sounds
prior
good.
restraint, that's bullshit.
They're not.
I'm against it.
You can threaten to kill somebody. You just can't kill somebody.
Nice.
Oh, ooh, you can?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Oh,
dude, I'm gonna kill both of you guys.
No, actually, there is a criminal threat.
I really am gonna do it.
I'm gonna kill you.
I really am gonna try to kill you guys. Prior restraint. That's what I'm gonna say to the judge. So, and then he'll be like, "God, he got me again." It'll be great.
Yeah.
Judges. We got to stop these judges.
We need street judges.
They are elected, some of them, but they are legislating from the bench, and this needs to stop.
Activist judges. Ugh.
We need to make judges only the oldest people in town. Every town,
Generally,
the
that's
oldest
how it
person in
is.
town is the judge.
You don't see a whole lot of young judges. I'll tell you that.
Nope.
Wise men, elders. That's what
No
I'm
more.
saying.
We don't need judges. We just need AI judges.
Oh yeah, the computer's going to be sentencing us to our work camps.
We just need Twitter polls.
Yeah, like, hey, do you think this guy did it?
Guilty or not guilty?
Should Mike go to jail for stabbing this toll booth worker, even though he has a cut on his hand too?
I would never stab a public servant.
There's another great movie I like about prison called The Onion Field. This is based on the Onion Field murders. This is a notorious crime in LA where either one or two cops got killed in an onion field.
Go on.
And the movie's pretty cool. James Woods is in it. He plays a psychopath. Eventually, it's like a true crime story. Eventually, they get arrested, and he ends up in prison. There's some cool prison shit. He ends up becoming his own lawyer. It's a very realistic story of crime. Ted Danson's in it.
I love Ted Danson.
Let's do it.
Well, I want to do. This is my kind of jam. I like movies like this, crime movies, cop movies. Cop, yeah. That's a great movie.
Yeah, I feel like Cop has been like something that we probably should have done.
James Woods.
Because you're a champion of that movie. You're like an original champion. Nobody else has talked about it.
We gotta watch 80s movies about homophobic, racist cops. That's our niche. You know?
Yeah. That's what the people want. That I'm talking about the guy who got banned from X for saying he was going to stab somebody with an ace needle. That's the people in this instance. So, are we doing a thing with a guest soon too?
We're working on that.
Oh,
got some scheduling shit. I got to go to a haunted house on Sunday night.
I gotta go to a haunted house.
God, you're so goth.
Yeah, exactly. Someone
You're
who
like
likes Halloween.
Boring.
Someone likes Halloween.
Where is this haunted house?
Beautiful Burbank, California.
Is it going to be really spooky or is it going to be lame?
Oh, it's spooky, and I want to go to Bob's Big Boy in Burbank, but somebody doesn't.
What? There's still a Bob's Big Boy down there? Damn.
Yeah,
I didn't know they're still around.
Of course, bro.
The OG one.
Wow, we had one in our hometown.
The one David Lynch used to go to every day. The legendary Bob's Big Boy of Burbank. But somebody doesn't want to go because their food is bad. Jeez.
Oh boy.
She don't like French fries?
Mascot? What about their mascot? They have a great mascot. So
I don't know how you do it, dude.
I don't understand. So you compromise and go to the haunted house, but she will not compromise and go to Bob's Big Boy.
That seems a little fucked up.
That seems unfair.
Mike's right. This is a problem.
I want my girlfriend to go to Bob's Big Boy. I take her to fucking Bob's Big Boy.
Okay, settle down.
I mean, the food is bad.
I mean, it is.
See, and then you go defend her.
He just doesn't mind having explosive diarrhea.
I
really don't think he does, to be honest.
It's a big hamburger that guy's holding up in the air, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love hamburgers. What can I say? I would go there. Hamburger is my favorite meat. And my favorite food is sandwich. And the top of the sandwich hierarchy is the hamburger sandwich. That is the top sandwich.
Never heard it called a hamburger sandwich before.
Well, that's what it is.
It's like a thing you would see in an old restaurant menu.
Hamburger
Who makes
sandwich.
the best burger, Mike? What's your number one? Let's end on that.
Take us away. Take us home.
That's a tough question. Right now, I'm really into Shake Shack. Shake Shack is my favorite burger.
You heard it, people. Try Shake Shack. It's a hot new burger.
Hamburger sandwich.
Top of the sandwich hierarchy.
Don't you think the best sandwich is the Sloppy Joe?
Absolutely not. Is the hamburger sandwich.
I like food that looks like diarrhea before it goes in my body.
Yeah.
Sandwich is the perfect food. Does not require a plate. Doesn't require anything. You just have a sandwich. You don't need nothing else. No fork, no knife.
Just a pickle, some mustard.
Yeah, you can make it in the fridge door at 2:00 in the morning. It's very easy.
What do you think about bacon on a hamburger?
Delicious.
Egg.
I love a BLT. I don't think I've ever had a hamburger with an egg on it. You know what's delicious on a hamburger?
Pineapple.
Pineapple and teriyaki sauce. Holy shit. That shit. They don't have that at Shake Shack, but the one at Habit Burger is pretty good.
Fat Burger, overrated, right? I mean,
I've never been there. I don't think they're
just the worst. Just the.
I don't care for that.
If you want to wait like 30 minutes for your burger in an empty restaurant with no people in it, and you're like, why is this taking so long? Go to Fat Burger.
Also, a burger of fat. It's not that's a bad name. If you had a burger that was fat burger, a burger of fat is a disgusting idea. They want me to wait 30 minutes for it? I'll do it. But I'm going to think about that the whole time.
What about Five Guys? You guys fuck with Five Guys at all?
I don't know if I've ever had Five Guys.
I had it once. I didn't think it was anything special. Maybe twice I've had it. I don't get it.
It's really expensive, but that's my favorite, like backyard style burger, like a barbecue. Like you go to someone's house.
Is it flame broiled or is it grilled on a?
I believe it's grilled.
A griddle. It's on a griddle, right?
Yeah, I believe it's on a griddle.
Yeah, I don't get the appeal. I don't get what their whole thing is.
That burger with bacon is good.
How fat are the guys?
I think it's for fat people who like need a lot of food, right?
I'm picturing five really fat guys.
It's giant. It's just a giant shitty burger.
Yeah.
Five brothers that all look exactly the same, and they're all like 300 pounds.
I can't remember the word, but it's like it's campy. You know, you get the peanuts, you eat the peanuts, you throw the shells on the ground. You know, that's like a fun thing to do or whatever.
It's pretty.
I think they're just big. I don't like a double patty.
Get a baby burger.
Oh, that's good. That's degrading. They might make you order a thing called a baby burger.
Fat Burger has a baby burger, Mama Burger, Papa Burger.
Five Guys has a milkshake where they throw a Twinkie into the milkshake and blend it up.
Yeah, this is fat guy food. This is just like, it's just like, do you need a 4,000 calorie meal?
I think I'm going to get it tomorrow.
Cool.
After work.
In-N-Out's the best.
Let's eat all these things.
In-N-Out is a great fast food burger. I will give you that. Yes.
It's the best.
People talk way too much shit about it. It's good.
They hate that it's California for some reason.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
They want to be cool or something.
They're jealous. It's jealousy.
Working.
Also,
but it works for me.
Way cheaper than Shake Shack.
Yes, that's true.
And everybody's happy there and shit. Like, it's fine. It's good. All right, let's go. Let's do a siege on Five Guys. Let's become the new Five Guys.
The bad guys.
Hey, I got an idea. Six Guys.
Oh, you just want to join?
Yeah. How about that?
Do a siege to just demand that you can be one of the guys.